Hi,
Hello.
this is another video. Sorry, I didn't let you actually say hello.
Hello.
With my lovely husband, Craig, who is an ISFP, who I've mentioned in multiple videos. And we are wanting to, well, actually, I just dragged him in to make him share his experience about the INTJ situation with females. And this is coming from multiple comments from others that are trying to have relationships with us and how to manage it. So this is regarding confidence. So as a preface, Craig and I knew each other beforehand, and we established a lot of trust and respect from working together for quite a few years before we actually dated. However, what really stands out for me, and I want to get his thoughts on this, is his level of confidence. It's intense. Hey?
I don't know. It is.
It's intense. Like the first time we actually got together, potentially as a dating situation, he manufactured the date in a way that constructed it where we were going to be together, even though we were supposed to be with other people. So, but yet, it wasn't even like this, a typical where it's like, oh, well, that's creepy. It was actually very interesting. And like, as an INTJ, you're like, what is going on? But he's like confidence in him. Maybe you want to say something about ordering my first drink with you.
I love you always remember that.
It's true.
So when we met up, there was one other fellow with us, and when Carly showed up, she's basically, I'm ready to drink.
I was in a bad mood.
She had one of those days, like let's get at it kind of thing, and I'm like,
Party time.
nurse, we need a drink. Bring us our medicine.
He yelled across the restaurant. By no means am I saying this is something that you advocate for. However, it goes to like what attracted me to you, which is you had extreme confidence because we were never like romantically interested beforehand.
Yeah.
And it kind of evolved from there.
Yeah.
But what do you feel about confidence and how you navigated the relationship to get going? Like, what did that play in?
The confidence was never there, especially in the later years, my later teenage years. It was never, I wasn't a confident guy back then. I think it grew with me in my career. And part of it is that personality. And I don't know that I'm like that, but I think it's a lot of personal growth, I guess it'd be. And just the way I end up being is confident. I don't, I learned a lot. I try to learn from everything I do, everything I try to gain on, and maybe that's part of it. That's my thoughts, anyways.
No, that's your thoughts because it's you. So then, speaking to with the whole the idea of hooking up with a weirdo INTJ, myself only, I'm not speaking to the group, where we are a little bit different. We're not a typical chick. How did that confidence help you?
Well,
or not help you? Like what,
I never felt like there was a challenge or anything like that. Like,
easy.
You're gorgeous. No, but I mean, it was an easy fit. Like we always said, how easy we got together. Like
right.
Everything seemed to fit and flow and fit together. And I've never had an easier, and that's the way it should be. The way starting off relationship, especially, was, now we're married and we have kids and stuff. It's totally different. But I mean, that meant a ton to me, is having that relationship. And I think knowing each other beforehand and understanding that personality and what she was like was critical to me, and it made it easy
going forward, because you didn't know it before.
No, I didn't, but I mean, I knew there's a difference when the INTJ woman is usually very direct and to the point, and it's something that I like. It's no games, no nothing. She tells you what it is. It's great. You don't need to, there's no pushiness or drama, none of that stuff. In fact, there's no drama. It just is what it is, and it's great.
There's no emotion.
Nope.
So do you think, though, that your confidence in yourself helped with navigating? Because, like, a lot of times, I mean, relationships, regardless, they end up in these things where it's like, oh, do you think I should do this, or should I be like this? One thing I noticed with you is that you would text me and be like, hey, do you want to go and meet up? And I'd be like, I can't, I got to pick up the kids. And you're like, no problem. Then the next day you'd be like, hey, do you want to meet up? Like, it was no big deal one way or another. Do you think that played in on, like, how do you think, was that just part of your innate person? Or was that just the way you were with me? Or what do you think?
No, I think that was myself. If you try to figure out everybody's drama, you're going to go crazy, in my mind. Like, you can't go down that rabbit hole and try to figure out what are they thinking, why did she turn me down? Like, really, it just didn't work out. It didn't work out. If you'll know after a week of no's or whatever,
yep,
it's not going to happen, right? So to me, I knew her, and I felt like there's a lot of trust at the start, even, and just it was fine to, if it didn't work, great. Next day, try again, or whatever it was. Like, it was, you can't do that, because you just drive yourself crazy. And I think a lot of people do that.
Well, and I think it's interesting, this topic of confidence with, hooking up, potentially looking at dating at INTJ, is so imperative. And INTJs themselves don't know it, because we are more worried about the cocky folks that come in and they pretend they're INTJ, or pretend they're confident. It's the underlying confidence of when we're just talking, where, I mean, if I'm available, that's great. I can also text him if he's available, great. There's no underlying message that needs to be interpreted to be moving forward with what you do or don't want to do. Like Craig said, if he's noticing that he's not getting any response after 5 times, he doesn't care. It's done. Mm-hmm. And that is something that I think is really missing in a lot of dating, initial dating relationships. So I wanted to bring that up. Anyways, I want to cut this off, but any questions thank you, Craig. You're going to probably hear lots from both of us, because I think there's an opportunity to, he can peel the crap off the layer of some of our relationship stuff. But any questions and comments, please, as always, put them in the comment section below. Thanks so much.